What's up? I'm pretty good, man. I'm actually on daddy duty. I just put my boys down for the night. They got school tomorrow, so um, that's always a good feeling, especially when you get them down at the set bedtime. That's a good feeling. You jumping in and out. It's like I can hear you. I don't know if it's delayed, but it's a little choppy though. It's like you jumping in and out, like you like robotic. Yes. Listen, man, I'm just happy to be here. If you haven't heard of me, I hope that you guys tap into some of the music. Just tap into the movement for real, for real. It ain't really just all about the music. It's about the story that's attached to the music as well. Now we could anything in the music is not off limits. So the hiatus that I took from 2011 to 2018, that was more of a spiritual religious situation. I had just became Muslim at the time, and I was and I'm and not the type, and it's not, not to say it like this, but like not the type of Muslim that like go to jail and then come home and he's Muslim. Like it wasn't like that. Um, I had authentically indulged into educating myself in the religion, and it was something that just called to me, and I fell in love with it. It felt right. It still feels right. Um, so I just made all the necessary changes. And I would say it happened quickly, but it didn't really happen quickly. I feel like if you dedicating yourself to something, it's gonna, kind of fill up your cup. And that's pretty much just what happened. So from 2011 all the way to 2018, I had a couple here and there situations where I might rap, but I was completely just like leaving. I left it alone. Left the streets alone. Left everything alone. Anything you could think of that was against the religion, I left it alone. I'm beautiful, man. My mind state now is just like being grateful for everything. All the good stuff, all of the so-called bad stuff. Like I'm at a point now where I don't even believe in bad days. Like I don't have them. Like I don't have a bad day. It may be a day where things nothing will go right. But I'm always in a mind state of like, why? Like why is this like that? You know what I'm saying? What the yeah. I just be on my like, what do I need to learn from this? What was the fruit from this situation? You know what I mean? Like it could be something as simple as, I caught a flat tire. You know what I'm saying? And for me, if I catch a flat tire, then that means something ain't right with my spirit. You know what I mean? Like, not to go too far off the deep end, but like for me, that's what it means. Like, I gotta check something in my spirit because this is like God's way of telling me, be still, relax for a while. Just sit here on the side of the road, wait for whoever you need to wait for. But in that time, take the time out to think about some things. So I really always everything. I'm like that with it. So I'm sorry. My phone. You need a break. You needed a break from yourself. Mm, mm. You're doing nothing. Mm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, when I was in that state of mind, I was really just like I was kind of at my wits end with my life at the time. Just all of the extra nonsense that was going on, and that's just where I was. Like I need a break, and I ain't talking about a kicker. Like I just need to step away from everything. And prior to that, I've always been the one everybody can kind of call on when they need something, when they need to talk. You know, they need money, they need advice, they need a ride. Like it's called Spady, he gonna take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so before that, I never took the time out to just be with myself, do something for myself. You know what I mean? I've been a father since I was a kid. I was a kid with a kid. So it's like I never had the opportunity to enjoy what it's like to go out and buy something for myself and not feel bad about it. You know what I mean? So after that situation though, I was like, man, doing whatever I want to do for me. Like, so that so that whole that song, I wrote that song from a different perspective. Like that song is not about me per se. Um, the song itself is so it's titled a certain way, you know, intentionally. So it's speak and eat silence. So the song itself is about domestic abuse, right? So it's given a domestic abuse situation from a female's standpoint, and then it's given the domestic abuse from a male standpoint. So it's like the abuse is happening, and this is why it's happening. So I'm just speaking like, from the woman's standpoint and then from the man's standpoint. Um, but the hook of it, I rather speak in silence when I talk to you, is basically just saying like, I'd rather not even say nothing. But if you know, what is it, like 80% of communication is nonverbal, so people can speak to you without saying a word to you. So I rather speak in silence when I talk to you. That's basically saying like, I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying something, because I don't want to ignite another side of you. So I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want you to, put hands on me, or to verbally abuse me, or to act out towards me. You know what I'm saying? Um, how does it go? I'd rather speak in silence when I talk to you because I don't want to ignite another side of you. And listening is something I don't know how to do, according to you. You basically saying like, I don't listen. Listen is something I just don't know how to do. But I'd rather give my life to be all right with you. So basically saying like, I would do anything to be all right with you, but you basically come down on me real hard. So I just shut up. So if you listen to it, is the first hook is a female singing, and then the second hook is me doing it. So mm, yeah. Hmm. No, you 100% on the right track. And that song is on an album called Perception, right? So the album is, if you look at every song on the album, it's always opposite ends. Speak and silence. So you got speaking and then you got silence. Down, side, up, down, up. So everything is topsy turvy because every song is based on the perception of the listener. Some people might hear it and think about how they have a strained relationship with their mother. I know a lot of people who try to make amends with a parent when it's not even their fault, and they feel like that's what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Um, some people might actually be in a physical or a verbally domestic relationship, and that might be the case. Some people might feel that way with a job. You know what I'm saying? Their job is abusing them, taking advantage of them, and not paying them correctly, and they don't speak up about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's really all about the perception of the person, of the listener. So when I wrote it from a conversation that I was having with a young lady. She was telling me about her situation with her and her ex husband, and it wasn't even domestic. She just said one thing to me about like she had got diagnosed with cancer, and then her husband switched up on her, and from that I came up with that whole song from that line right there. So when I say like, um, um, that's your answer, huh? You emotional, you a cancer, huh? Ain't show emotion when I told you I had cancer, huh? Like that's really how that song started right there, and then I just grew everything else around it. Mm. Mhm. Mm. Yeah, no, you're right. That's 100% the truth. Um, I personally feel like I personally feel like in the cases where we do experience unconditional love, it's mother, son, father, it's parent to kid, or kids to parent. I feel like that's the unconditional love, and you see it when mothers are on drugs and strung out, and the kid is still like, "That's my mom." It hurts me to see my mom. Yeah, but that's still my mom. I still love her, and they can't really explain it. You know what I'm saying? They can't really wrap their minds around why they keep enabling this parent or enabling this kid or whatever the case may be. Why they keep going to bat for this kid, and that's the unconditional love, regardless of what my kid is. It's still my kid, and I'm still gonna love them the same exact way. They might be a knucklehead, but still my kid. I'm gonna love them the same way. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really the experience of unconditional love. It's very rare that you ever see that with a spouse. You know what I'm saying, or a relationship. A lot of times, somebody might do something wrong. You might wrong somebody. You might hurt their feelings, and then now the relationship is over. Everything is done. The trust is broken. You can't get it back. Whatever, whatever. Like, and to me, in my mind, that's love on condition. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mm. Nah. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I always say like you take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? I take even bad information, I take it because that shows me what not to do, where not to go, how not to move. Even if is bad, it might be bad advice, but I'm still gonna listen to it. And I could take something from bad advice and utilize it to my, you know what I'm saying, to my own advantage to put me in a better position or to make me a better person. Um, I think that I think that we all need our own relationship with our higher power. Like, you know what I mean? For some people, what may work for some people may not work for other people. My whole theory is if whatever it is that you believe in makes you a better person, makes you treat other people better, then you should hold on to that. And if it doesn't, then you got a problem. Yeah, so there's this place off of like on like Brandywine down over by Community College of Philadelphia. It's a dance school actually. It's like a dance theater. Um, and I was looking for. I came up with this idea of me wanting to do a residency. I was thinking to myself like nobody has ever done it before from an independent standpoint. Put on a string of shows for the month. I funded it myself. I curated it myself. I performed every Wednesday of the month for 1 hour, and every hour that I performed a different set. I never performed the same song twice in the whole month. Go to sleep. Can you lay down? Right. Oh yeah. I, I learned that you gotta be multi-dimensional in these rooms. Like when I had just started. People don't know I just started performing in 2021. My first time performing was in 2021. People don't know that I've only been performing for 3 years. Like so, I kind of had to learn a lot on the fly. But you know what I did? I stole from people. I seen what people was doing, and I was like, I could do that. I could do that. I could add that. Let me add that to my bag of tricks. You know what I'm saying? If I seen somebody out and they handing out their flyers, I started to get to the shows early at the door and I'm handing everything out, right? So by the time I get up on stage, oh, this the boy that gave me his card. And then when I do a great job, now they want to scan everything and see what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just had this whole like little strategic in this marketing and promotion. I'm a great marketer, great promoter. Like I just make sure that I couple all of that in with the artistry, and it flourishes. It works. It works. It works. It works by itself now. Because now the people are, you know what I'm saying? Oh, tell them about the socks. You got the socks. Oh, you the business boy. You do, you know what I'm saying? Is now they know who I am, so they do all of that for me, and I could just focus on being an artist for the most part now. Oh yeah. So did some of it come from? No, I got the whole residency idea from LaRussell. You ever heard of LaRussell? So he got this whole thing going on with the pergola in his backyard, and I'm like, that's cold, like that's super crazy. And it had me like, I wish I had a big backyard to build a stage in and just invite people over. And I'm just, but then I started thinking like, I don't have that. What do I have though? I can go and rent out a venue for a month and do my show. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I got the idea from. But I just rolled everything into that. I had VIP packages for people. If you purchase a VIP ticket, which was $100, you get tickets for every show, every night. Every night is a different vibe. You get a T-shirt, you get a lanyard. You know what I'm saying? Like you get whatever you get. And then I also had an incentive for perfect attendance. So if you bought 4 tickets and you came to every show, you get a coupon for 50% off of anything on my website that you want. You know what I'm saying? You get to use a code. And anything on my website that you want to purchase, you could get for half off. So if it's a $20 shirt, you could get it for $10. You know what I'm saying? Like I always build stuff in it for people who support me to feel like they getting more than their money worth. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't super sell none of my stuff. Like all my stuff is relatively cheap. Like I'm not hitting people over the head. I ain't out here making $80 sweatshirts that it only cost me, you know, $20 to $25 to make. Like I'm not doing that. Exactly. Exactly. Nothing. And then look, and then half the people that you buy these $80 t-shirts and $50 t-shirts and $80 hoodies from, the quality ain't even good. Quality ain't even good. But ultimately they weed themselves out though, because if it's one thing I learned from being in the street is um, you know, I focus more on that quick flip than I am getting all my money. So I would much rather finish off what I'm working on in 3 days as opposed to get all my money in 7. And I short myself for the 3 days because it's going to take me another 3 days to double what I did the first day, and you still going to be working on your first batch, trying to get all your money on the seventh day. So I'm gonna have doubled your money, and the money that you made in 7 days, I'm gonna double it in 6, just based on me shorting myself. So I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be good. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I'm building strong relationships with people. If me and you selling the same thing, you got t-shirts, I got t-shirts. My t-shirts is $20, your t-shirts is 45. They gonna come parlay with me. You know what I'm saying? They gonna all my joints gonna be going. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be sold out, and you're gonna be over there with a whole bunch of t-shirts, bam, and then I'm gonna be done. And then they're gonna start coming to you. But by the time you get halfway done, before you get halfway done, I'm gonna been done had a whole bunch more t-shirts. So now they coming back to me again. You know what I mean? So that's just something that I learned from just being in the street for real, for real. Is this their diary? It was the pen, the writing in the back, the sketching in the back of the beat. If you listen to the beat, it's it's a pen that's sketching in the back of the beat. You can hear it writing. And Eminem is my favorite rapper, by the way. But that part of the beat is what made me tap into like I need to write to this, and when I write to it, it strictly needs to be me saying, "Dear diary, this is my most vulnerable moment right here. Let me lay this out," and it just worked. And for some odd reason, that's my most streamed song like ever. Yeah, man, people love that song. They love that song, and it's so crazy to me that they love it so much because it's so dark. It's just so dark. Like it put that's listen to it. They really Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. No, that makes perfect sense. I think because I say it to myself, like what I put it in one of my raps. Like I went from rich to being broke. Um, so I don't even remember my raps, but I say something like that. Like I went from rich to being broke. I'm a symbol of hope. Like you know what I'm saying? Like basically just saying like I've been through so much, and to come out to come out to be the type of person that I am now and where I am now, I do kind of see myself as being like a symbol of hope or a beacon of hope for people to know like I can do that too. Like what I said was from college degrees to selling coke, rich to being broke. I'm a symbol of hope. That's the line. So I went from selling drugs to getting a college degree. I went from having a boatload of money to not having any money. So to me, it's like if I could do that and then end up where I'm at today, it's hope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, that's dope. I like that. I like that. That's facts. Though. Yeah, I give you right. I give you writers credit. Nah, that's hard. Listen, if you got more questions, we can rock. Father duty is over. They in bed. You know what I mean? They gonna get up. They gonna get up. That's what they do. They trying to test you. They gonna test your hand. But they done. Father duty was over at 8 o'clock tonight. You know what I'm saying? We can break out. We can break out the adult activities now. Not that I got any adult activities going on. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't got none, but in any event. But if you uh day to day, gotta be father duties. You know, that's what keep me sharp. Cause I don't only live for me. I live for my children as well. So I can't make a decision without having them in mind. I can't wake up and be like, oh, I can't go into work today because I gotta take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't resonate to me to be kind of, oh yeah, they be forcing me to take off. Like they force. I'm that guy. I'm the like I'm the 250 PTO hours in the bank guy. Like at the end of the year, they be wanting to snatch my drinks up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I go to work. I go to work. I enjoy working. I enjoy what I do. Um, uh, but because I'm helping people, and I feel like that's my calling. Whether it's music, whether it's in the religion, whether it's through my career, I'm put here to help people. That has helped me dissolve any type of hatred that I would ever have in my heart. Is just help people, like do something for somebody else. I'm feeling sad, I do something for somebody else. When I'm feeling mad, I do something for somebody else because it just puts me in a mind state of just being grateful. You know what I'm saying? And just having that gratefulness because I feel like we all one bad day away from a psych ward, man. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. One bad day. I'm just saying, like, that's all it could take, though. Imagine if you had one of those days where everything just goes wrong, like everything goes wrong, and you just snap out. And the next thing you know, you in softball somewhere, like you know what I mean? Like that's what. So that mindset, like knowing that, it always keeps me just on the grateful side of things. Like I'll never hesitate to go on my podcast, I see somebody, oh, you got do this, guy, you got dollar, you got this, oh yeah, I got you right here, OG. Like take that, you know what I mean? Like not because I got it like that, I actually do it because I don't have it like that, you know. So Kensington, oh yeah, yeah, I know you talking about, yeah, Kensington Beach. Where the lady with the sandwiches at? They like, where the lady with the sandwiches? Nah, when when I do my philanthropy stuff, I go down there. Give out meals, food, clothes, anything. You'll see, like usually we really get active in the wintertime and go down there and try to take care of the people. I used to work in drug and alcohol. I had a job in drug and alcohol, so them my people too. You know what I mean? Like I don't look at them no different than I look at anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So. Hmm. Hmm. A lot of them people out there, man, they don't want money. Sometimes they don't even want food. They just want company. They want you to just have a conversation with them like they're a regular person. They don't want you to turn your nose up at them, look at them any weird type of way, or tell them that they stink or get out your face. They just want to, hey, how you doing? What's your name? They want you to just treat them regular, and that right there sometimes makes them feel like everything isn't gonna be all right. Hmm. Yeah, never know. You never know. I learned that from my dad too. You never know who's watching, so always be good. Always be good. Always be your best because you never know who's watching. Yep. Yeah, I was 17 when I had my first kid. It's like 13 when you don't know nothing. It's like 13 because I was 16, I was pregnant 16, baby came 17. You know what I mean? So yeah, I ain't had no business. I ain't had no business being in the business, man. No, no, no. We good. We all right. A few bumps in the road, afterwards, but yeah, we straight. No, not really. Nah, yeah. Go there. Listen, whatever. You said, do I got an upcoming performance? yeah. Yes, I actually just got booked to do Moody's Playhouse with Chill Moody at the City Winery for November 2nd. So I'm actually gonna start promoting that pretty soon. Um, Another thing that I didn't touch on too was that I am the only independent artist to from Philadelphia, fully independent artist to ever chart on billboards. I charted on billboards twice. Yeah. So man, I get 500 views and I'd be happy, to be honest with you. So and I think one of my most viewed videos is at like probably like 13, 14K, and I'd be ecstatic about it. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, that the view stuff don't really get to me like that. I'll be very, very appreciative when it's 100 people, when it's 300 people. Like that makes me happy for real. I don't really be caring about like, oh, I ain't go viral. Would I like a viral post? Yes, because I feel like more people need to understand and hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Understand what I'm talking about. Not only that, but they need to dive more into the creative side of me as an artist too. Like my creativity is, I feel like, is unmatched. Like I feel like what I be doing from a creative standpoint, people don't really they don't jump into it at all. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Right. I think a lot of artists don't understand that one of the key components in being an artist is that people gotta like you. It's never it's never really about it's never really about the music. People gotta like you. They need to like you as a person. It needs to be something about you that makes them say, hmm. You know what I mean? Like whether it be, I know, not to kind of toot my own horn, but I'm not the ugliest guy in the world. I know a lot of women like how I look, so that works for me. But what really does it is when they actually engage in a conversation with me and they see that part of it. It's like, damn, like I had you pegged completely differently. You know, you a Philly dude, you got a beard, you look a certain way, but when I talk to you, you don't feel how you look. I hear that a lot. You know what I mean? So I think that one of the key components in being an artist is understanding that people have to like you as a person. It's never going to be about your music. They'll listen to your music if they like you. If people don't like you as a person, mm, and like even in situations like you might listen to an artist, right? You might listen to an artist and like them, and then do business with them, and their business is the business side of it is just trash. You know what I'm saying? They just don't do good business, and you can no longer hear them the same way now. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't like their principles, you don't like their morals. So now I don't even want to listen to your music because I don't hear you the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's important to me that my character speaks through my music, and then my music speaks about my character, even the flawed parts of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. 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 Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. That potential. You stuck on you clinging on to their potential, and I know it's good in everybody and all of that. And you know, as true as that may be, they may not just be in a season of good, and where they at now is not going to be beneficial to you, or it's not going to allow you to be beneficial to them. So it's best that you just release them. You can still love them. You just got to release them. Hmm. Long spoon. Martin. Yeah. You know what really makes me choose Martin is the versatility and the characters for him. But not only that, it wasn't just how versatile he was with his characters. I really, really had a great appreciation for the creative wardrobe and the fashion sense that Martin had. He was very, very intentional with the stuff that he wore. And I don't think that his show gets a lot of credit for that. He did a lot of like HBCU stuff, like, making Jordans popular, like, like he did a lot of that. And he didn't really get a lot of credit for that. He never was on some like hoodlum stuff, like, looking like shaggy pants hanging off his behind and stuff like that. He looked nice, like, you know what I mean? He looked respectable all the time. I don't think he get a lot of credit for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. Sweatsuits and Jordans and all that, like, man, that was fun. That's my twist. So I like that. Yeah. He didn't really cater toward like HBCU stuff though. Like, Nobody. Yep. 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 Hmm. Um. I'm gonna go with Jay Z. I'm gonna go with Jay Z. If we just going for like, are we just talking about rap wise? Just who just who I prefer, right? I prefer. Damn, that's tough. I'm sorry, I cursed. I'm sorry. That's that's tough. That's tough because I could listen to Cole all day, man. And Jay Z, like Jay Z, I gotta listen to him differently. I can't listen to Jay Z the way I listen to everybody else because he says things that you won't get until 6 months after you heard it. Like, that's Jay Z. Like that's so. My style of listening to Jay Z is really, is real like ear to the speaker type. With Cole, I could just relax and you know what I mean. I'm not doing all of the critical thinking while I'm listening as well. You know what I mean. So I think the preference is all about what mood I'm in. If I'm more in a relaxed mood, it's Cole. If I'm on my critical thinking joint and I'm doing a lot of stuff and I'm trying to get my brain going, I definitely go Jay Z. Yes, Lecrae for sure. I'm going. I'm going with Craig for sure. Don't. That's no shot at Frank now. GP, are you with me? Yo? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, guy, he had God's people doing one thing. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna stun on Alt like that. But I'm going with Craig. I'm going with Craig. Yeah, he's much more diverse, and it's not a try hard feel. It's like when Kurt Franklin's trying to do that, you feel like he's trying to cater to a younger crowd. With Lecrae, it just seemed like it's organic. Okay, my favorite city outside of Philly, it is definitely not New York. I really don't. It's definitely not New York. I love New York as far as like when I go up there for shows and stuff, but like the traffic and the time that it takes, and everything being so far and everything being so dumb as far as like the lights and cameras and stuff. Mm, no. Um, I really don't travel a lot though. Like I don't really go a lot of places. I would probably say the best city that I've been to, ironically, is like Kentucky. Like you was born in Kentucky? That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kentucky probably was like my most favorite. Kentucky is more like my speed. It ain't too fast. It ain't too slow. You know what I mean? It was just right. It was just right for me. Yeah, it's it's country enough. It's country enough, but it ain't that. I think where was I at in Kentucky? What's the capital of Kentucky?